Once again, today's Grumpy Ramblings are brought to you by something I spotted on the internet. And this one was about people who don't have Facebook accounts. A minority group who have very varied reasons for not wanting or having a Facebook account, but while lumped together by some people, allegedly, as maladjusted freaks who are secretly plotting to take you all out from the top of a tall building with a telescopic rifle. And I just wanted to say that we're not really doing that. In reality, we're all sitting in darkened rooms sobbing into family-sized tubs of Ben & Jerry's about our lack of friends and social lives. Okay, we're not really doing that either. I mean, I really don't know what everybody else is doing. I can only speak for myself, because everybody is different after all. Even if the articles do like to portray non-users as awkward, unsociable, friendless, psychopathic weirdos. Actually, that does sound a bit like me. If you don't Facebook, tweet, Snapchat or upload hourly selfies on Instagram, what's wrong with you? What are you up to? What do you have to hide? That seems to be the common reaction on these kinds of articles, and I accept they aren't representative of everybody out there, and maybe they're more aimed at people a little bit younger than me, because I'm sort of borderline old enough to have rejected this modern social media craze out of being a boring old git rather than being a bit dodgy. Which isn't to say older people don't use these sites, obviously. My own mother has a Facebook account, although she signed up, looked at it once, peered at the screen in bemusement and promptly returned to ironing a pile of cat outfits, and I don't think she's looked at it since. But I'm just disclaiming the belief that no older people have embraced the new way of fighting with their friends and family without even having to leave the comfort of their Shackleton high seat chairs. Now, I do realise that a lot of the articles about this are several years old, but I actually came to this from a forum I was looking on a couple of weeks ago, on a thread about non-negotiable traits in potential partners. On it, I saw a few people mention that not having a Facebook account would be a definite no-no in a guy or girl that they were considering getting together with. And as an abstainer, that did actually surprise me. So I googled it, as you do, and came across quite a few, admittedly older articles about how suspicious people with little to no social media presence were. This ranged from people thinking, well, I must be getting a fake name then, to potential employers thinking that there was something deeply suspicious about applicants who couldn't be found on Facebook. This was not a thing the last time I applied for a job, so it wasn't something I'd heard of before. But the request for more and more connectivity hasn't passed me by, obviously. I mean, you can't even buy a toaster these days without being asked for your email address, phone number, national insurance number, inside leg measurement. All I wanted was a bloody toaster. Why do I need a retina scan? A few years ago, apparently, there was a trend for interviewers at job interviews to insist that applicants logged into Facebook so they could shoulder surf and see if there's anything dodgy on there. And if you refused, basically you just wouldn't be offered the job. And claiming not to have Facebook was seen as either a lie to cover up deviant tendencies or a strong sign of sociopathy. Because two killers apparently didn't embrace social media, therefore everybody who doesn't partake is going to go out on a murderous rampage. Because the reasons for not being interested couldn't possibly be diverse and varied. No, you're just a killer. So once upon a time, I did actually have a Facebook account. I was not the greatest fan, but somehow I ended up on there anyway. And I can't even say that I deleted it because they did that for me. They wanted me to provide ID to keep the account. There was absolutely no way I was ever going to give them that, so I just ignored the demand for proof of identity, and I assume the account's been closed now. But the thing was, I didn't miss it. I do sometimes get asked, why aren't you on Facebook? You don't know what you're missing. But I do know, and I don't miss it. The bigger fans can't understand why I didn't just rejoin after my account was deleted. And you know, that's fine, each to their own. I mean, I wouldn't suggest that people stop using it, even though I'm going to do that. People can do what they like within the confines of the law. If you want to spend your life scrolling through endless pictures of your friends with dog noses and cryptic updates threatening dire revenge on that person who knows who they are and knows what they did wrong, whilst you're left in the dark about who it was and what terrible thing they did, along with the 98 other people who commented below asking who, what, why, where, when, are you okay babes, who didn't get a reply either, then go for it. I'll just wait until tomorrow when it's the hottest topic of conversation around the water cooler. I know people think they'll be left out if they aren't connected 24/7 to the people they hated at school 30 years ago, but apparently some people feel left out even when they are. So why not feel left out without flicking through endless photos of your old school bully draped over some model in their villa in Tuscany while you're trapped in a loveless marriage and wondering if you remember to put the bins out? Just a thought.